here with us. I have to, acknowledge the elected officials that we have with us. Congressman Tom Suozzi, former county executive, and Peter King, who may have left the Congress, but he is always here for our veterans and our first responders, and we appreciate you. Attorney General of New York State, Letitia James, who is no stranger to Nassau County, and we really appreciate your presence, and legislator Ernie Drucker, who represents the land that we're standing on right now. So Gary is absolutely right. Just last weekend, communities all over Nassau County who lost loved ones and unfortunately continue to lose loved ones because of 9/11 honored this very sad milestone of 20 years. And here we are a week later to honor those who served and who made the ultimate sacrifice in Iraq and in Afghanistan. And I know that the news that we've been seeing about what's happening halfway around the world has added to the pain and the frustration that so many of us feel. And that is why this event is so meaningful, that we come together to honor and to uphold those brave men and women who have put themselves in harm's way and continue to do so. I want to point out there's someone in the crowd right now in the background. His name is John Chiara. He is he's the acting county attorney for Nassau County. He served in Afghanistan. He continues to serve in the Army Reserves. He's here with his mom, his beautiful mother, and his son. And he had an idea. So we have in Eisenhower Park a beautiful Veterans Memorial, but we did not have a memorial for those lost in Iraq and Afghanistan. So he gave birth to this idea, and the Nassau VFW is now raising money for this. I don't know if Chris Peterkin is here from the Nassau VFW. Are you here, Chris? Well, he is really working hard to raise money to get this museum built so that we can, with the World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korea, all of the beautiful memorials, add those that honor those who served in Iran and Afghanistan. It's really important, the mists of time can shroud history. The American Armor Museum does a fantastic job of keeping that history alive, and we have to do our part as well so that everybody knows how precious the freedoms that we get to live with in this country are, and to never take them for granted. I thank you very much.
Indeed, the Attorney General, Letitia James, is no stranger to Long Island, nor is she a stranger to the veterans community. We are honored that she is with us this morning to be able to participate in this program. Please welcome Attorney General James.
Thank you so much for that kind introduction. It is a privilege to be here to honor those who, in Lincoln's words at Gettysburg, served that the nation might live. I want to thank the Museum of American Armor for making this day happen. I want to thank all of my colleagues in government who are here today. I want to offer my deepest gratitude for all of those who have served and all of those who have lost lives, not only here, but on foreign soil, and all Americans who have served in our armed forces. And I also want to recognize the Blue Star parent Fred Seitz, Gold Star mother Joanne Lyles, and of course the Blue Star mothers who have educated me this morning. Army Specialist Thomas Nicholson, who served this nation in Afghanistan. Army First Sergeant John O'Doherty, also a veteran of Afghanistan. And special thanks to their regiment and a local regiment, the Fighting 69th Infantry. Since 1776, our nation has called upon our fighting forces dozens of times. The heroes and the battlefields have changed throughout our history. But some things are eternal. The ideas that we've all fought for, the values of their service, our sacred duty to honor them. And today we honor the men and the women who served in Afghanistan and Iraq. And also here in Nassau County and around the region, we feel these latest wars with terrible immediacy. as was mentioned just a week ago, 20 years ago, on that dreadful day, it was our family, our friends, and our neighbors, our sons and our daughters, who worked, and lived, and died in the towers, who ran into those smoking towers, that wreckage to save others, ran into that fiery furnace, knowing that in all likelihood they would be meeting their Maker in eternity. And today, more than 4,000 Nassau residents have served in Iraq or Afghanistan, and more than 50 of them have died in the fighting. And sadly, more than we will ever know died here at home from wounds both visible and invisible. And every last one of them have made us all proud. They served in the most diverse military in history, and they served with distinction and valor, and in the best tradition of our nation. Some sacrificed everything. Some gave the ultimate sacrifice. Some came home to take off their uniforms and serve in other ways. We could never do for them the equal of what they did for all of us, fighting for our freedom, fighting for our values, fighting for all that we cherish and honor. This day is a beautiful and a meaningful chapter in that history. So may we never forget their heroism. May we always honor their service and their sacrifice. And may we do so in more than just words, but actually in deeds. May none of them know homelessness or hunger. And may none of them be in want. And may we follow in the path of service and others that they show us. And let us pray, God, oh sweet God, that we one day may know war no more. And so on behalf of the residents of the great state of New York, who I have the honor and privilege of serving, and thank you for that flyover the United States Army. Yes, a round of applause. I want to offer my profound gratitude and deepest respects to those we honor today, to their families and friends who share the burden of their service, and to this community for its unceasing commitment to our veterans. And may God's grace be with all of you. May God continue to bless America. May God bless the United States Army. Thank you.